So hello guys, I'm Lucy and I'm back today with a rather exciting video for you all because this is the official announcement that I am doing NaNoWriMo 2014. If you don't know what NaNoWriMo is, because it is a bit of an odd name but you've probably heard a lot of people talking about it, it is National Novel Writing Month and it is a month-long write-a-thon where you have to get to 50,000 words of a novel in the month of November. I know, really intense, but perfect for people if you're like me who really struggle with motivation, just really can't write any other time of the year. Like I feel like I can only write when it's November. So this is kind of a tips and tricks video. If it's your first time doing this, then you definitely need to get prepared for it because it is intense and you will go mid-month thinking, what have I gotten myself into? I don't have a social life anymore. So this is just a preparation video, and also it's kind of a way for me to kind of organize my thoughts by, speaking to people about it. So here we go. So my first tip for getting prepared is to make preparations before. So don't, on the night of the 1st of November, just before it turns midnight, start thinking about ideas for a novel. Do that now in, the week before, really start planning. Get a notepad, which I've got here. This is literally, I'm going to close it so you don't see my ideas. But yes, this is just a random notebook that I got for like £1, but it's got really kind of fine lines. It's just a really perfect thing for just carrying around with you. And if you get any ideas, just jot them down. So I'm going to hold this away so you can't really see, but I've already started plotting my novel. So I know what it's going to be about. It's just a case of what happens when, who are the characters, like really starting to get through their backgrounds and stuff like that. I mean, let's get real. I am going to be doing a lot of sorting it out whilst I'm writing. Like I am just going to be winging it for some of the way. But I think getting a journal and just really kind of writing things down, anything you can come up with, really works for now. So it's the night before, you are about to start writing and you just can't find the motivation. What do you do? So you should already have a plan. If you don't have a plan, just start writing, especially if it hits midnight, it's the 1st of November and NaNoWriMo started. I think what I did last year was I just started writing a sentence and then that sentence turned into kind of me just jotting things down and then just really kind of going for it, like thinking of anything, just getting something down. Like the thing about NaNoWriMo is it's a first draft. It is not supposed to be, Shakespeare's, first folio. It's supposed to be just anything you can think of, a structure of a novel, 50,000 words of a novel, and that's fine. It also helps to do a bit of Google research, especially if you're kind of stuck on the first day of NaNoWriMo, you don't know what to write. Go on Google, type in writing inspiration or writing prompts. Loads and loads of prompts on Google, loads of character names on Google. Like, I was crazy. My Google search in November is just a bit crazy because I'm Googling like Roman baby names, like Greek baby names. And people probably think I'm insane, but that's fine. That's all part of the process. So my next tip is to, obviously you're signed up to the NaNoWriMo website, but really use the forums. The forums there are just incredible. So everybody will have, different topics, people post different topics, and people are so nice and willing to help you out. If you've got kind of a really big part of your novel that you're just struggling with and you don't know where to go from here, it's best to just go on the forums, even start a new post and just say, I'm struggling with this or something like that. And people are so willing to help you out because we're all going through the same thing, obviously. My next tip is to really get a diary. So of course you've got your journal, which you're kind of using to, sort out your plot, writing down ideas. But I find a diary will really help you organize your time. So if you're kind of like me, you've got a job or you're at school day in, day out, you really need to find the time to write. And that is something that people can really struggle with, especially if you're so busy. When you get home, you don't even want to turn on your laptop. You just want to just watch television or like eat, full stop. But if you have a diary, then you can really plan what you're doing. So if you kind of do an hour and a half stint of really fast-paced writing and then take about half an hour to kind of just chill out a bit and then start writing again. That will really, really help and kind of boost your productivity and all that jazz. My next piece of advice is to find some writing buddies. So, you know, NaNoWriMo have this kind of location program where they've got, I forgot what they're called, like kind of area leaders in each area across the world. So, of course, me living in London, there's going to be loads of people doing NaNoWriMo, but even in your town, like you can just kind of get to know who is doing NaNoWriMo in your town. You can kind of plan to meet up and do some writing workshops, like anything that will force you to sit down and write. The next tip is for those people who, like me last year, really, really struggled finding motivation to write, and they kind of just do anything but. They go on Tumblr, they go on Facebook. Basically, you have to be strict with yourself. So what I did last year was I found an internet, kind of like an extension for Chrome, which manages to cut off your internet. So you can say, you know, you can type it in with Chrome. You can say, I don't want to be on the internet for 30 minutes. And then that'll prevent you from actually turning it off for 30 minutes. You can't go on the internet. You can't do anything. So you have to write, and you don't have a choice, which, you know, for people who really need that motivation is amazing. I'll post a link to the extension down in the down bar because I can't remember off the top of my head, but it really was really useful. And my last tip would just to be excited about it. This is kind of an opportunity that obviously comes along once a year, apart from if you're doing Camp NaNoWriMo, which I believe is in July. But it's only November once a year, so this is 1 month out of your life. You can come out of this with, you know, half of the 50,000 words, or you can come out of it with 75,000 words. As long as you've got something, that's all that matters. You are doing more in the month of November than you're doing in the month of October or December. Think of it that way, and anything that you get out of this, anything that's even a couple of chapters of a novel or a full-length novel, or, you know, you've managed to write, God knows, like an entire 2 books, that's worth it, and that will help, and that will kind of motivate you to continue on with this. So guys, I hope that's been some good advice for you. If you're thinking of doing NaNoWriMo, please do let me know in the comments below. That'll be really helpful. And I'm also going to leave my Nano buddy username type thing, so you can add me here. And yeah, it's going to be so fun, guys. So, you know, I'll try and be posting regular updates, so maybe a weekly update or something, and let you know how I'm getting on. And of course, I'll be posting daily updates on Twitter, so do follow me on Twitter and see if I'm struggling or not, which I probably will be. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye!